Now, the not yet Muslim, and because everyone has, I've said this so many times because our viewing audience are our brothers in humanity.
Yes, sir.
But we want them to be our brothers and sisters in faith, and not just acknowledging what's in your very nature, that there's only one God. He's not a man or woman, but He's the creator of man and woman, and we want to live according to His plan, not our plan, and that's just calling a human being to good things, to do good, to be good, so we can end up in the best place, paradise.
Right.
Now, my next question. So the person is acknowledging this. They watch some deen shows and they said, man, this is making sense. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about worshiping, a messenger, a saint, or anything in creation. I want to worship God. I want to do good. Now, it's the question about hijab, okay?
Yes.
She's there and she's like, well, I'm being more modest. I'm not revealing the shape of my body, tight clothes, so it's loose. She's having a little bit a hard time with the commitment with hijab. But she says, man, look, I'm a little more modest. You have these sisters, they're wearing it here, they got the hijab, but everything else is sticking out. So what is your suggestion for those now that, let's keep it real. We keep it real here on the Deen Show, for the Bangjabis and the Hojabis, but we try to get real hijabis.
Right.
Give the advice, please.
For all our Muslim viewers.
And just for real, I didn't call them that. There's
this
groups,
is an actual phrase.
They call themselves Hojabis and Bangjabis. So we didn't coin this term.
It's an actual Facebook page. So
it's a Facebook page.
Don't look it up.
So we're just trying to give the loving advice. Talk to us.
So loving advice to those who, in the Muslim community, who want to look sexy, but still want to wear hijab. It's something that's forced down your throat. From Glee to Gilmore Girls, you have to look hot, but you still have to draw your veil. First, to the girls or to the people who don't dress modestly. This could be guys or girls who make excuses and say, I have a clean heart. For them, it's my suggestion, it's my thought and a caring word. Don't make excuses for what someone else is doing incorrectly. What I say is try it. I gave an example and it shattered a lot of people's comfort levels. But the whole Trayvon hood thing? People are wearing hoods. A congressman wore a hood in the assembly and was asked to leave. I encourage young people who need the push. Don't do it for Trayvon, but put a hijab or dress modestly. Stop wearing such tight clothing. And when someone says, hey, you look different, it's like, hey, I'm trying to represent. You could make up a funny excuse, as it's like an analogy. You can be like, oh, it's like the Trayvon thing. I'm just trying to dress confidently. This gives us an excuse to get around, because we worry about what people say. The last and most important thing is, I mean this with all due respect to my sisters, I don't grow up knowing that I'm not growing up saying that it's easy to wear hijab in America, but I am saying this much: if you're going to put the cloak on your head, then match the part. If I'm going to wear a baseball cap sideways covering one eyebrow and I have a chain, I ain't going to walk around in a suit with a handkerchief, right? I'm going to play the part. So if you're choosing to make this affectionate connection with your Creator, that this is yours, you look to your Creator and say, this is yours, I'm going to cover it, and when you allow me to meet someone that I love, then I will share that with them. So that's my advice to everyone at home having that trouble. Take the leap, try it, and keep your intention for God, and please try to make modesty something more than a cloth on your head. And we all know what that means. The hijab is not the cloth on the head. It's khimar, which is something that comes over your head and covers your neck and your bosoms. And also, it doesn't indicate that you have legs. We're being real, right?
Absolutely, we got to keep it real.
Men are not, they're not exactly the most beautiful creatures in the world, right? But a woman carries that honor. Let's treasure that honor in a box, behind a veil, or within the confines of modesty. And at the end of the day, this is just advice from a brother, from a friend.
There was a beautiful display when someone asked, why do your Muslim women cover? And instead of just going off and talking, the man gave a beautiful example. He took 2 pieces of candy, opened one up, threw it on the floor, and said, which one would you take?
Allahu Akbar.
You know the story?
I'm hearing it for
and
the
then
first time.
he said, I'll take the one that's wrapped up, covered, right? Because the beautiful things are covered. They're deep down. And corals and pearls and all the wonderful things.
And even treasures and
and diamonds and castles.
It's always, even the Ferrari key. When you buy a brand new Ferrari, it comes in a box.
It comes in a box. It's amazing. When you go down, we can go on and on. All the expensive gems and jewels, they don't leave it on display. Someone's going to snatch it and grab it.
But then they're being told at home that I'm not physical, I'm not a material thing. No, but women are treasure.
Treasure.
They are
beyond.
They are the princesses of the home. And if you treated an empress and you never see the queen or the empress trotting around in whatever she wants. she's always dignified. And that's what Islam wants to do, is to give honor not just to men and not just to women, but to our society.
Yes.
And it might not make sense in the beginning because because Lady Gaga wore meat. She made a meat dress. And she said, I don't want to be looked at as a piece of meat. Of course, you're going to stick out. So why not cover? Why not, instead of making these huge statements and wearing meat, why don't we just cover ourselves and treat ourselves like human beings and have interactions up here, not down here.
Exactly, exactly. We'll be right back with more on this exciting show, Summer Fun, how to keep it fun the wholesome way. We'll be right back.